Hello. Okay. Hello, everybody. Holy cow. Yeah, I'm using my webcam here. Yeah, look at this. Got Michael Jackson. Look at that. Are you guys ready for the bashing? Yeah, I'm about ready. I got it all set up. Yeah, welcome to the bashing of Leaving Bullshit Land 2. Surviving Wade Robson and James Safechuck. Yeah, I'm gonna, oh, oh man. Yeah, because you know what I'm going to do? Hello to you, Siron Baggins. What's up? Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to be going live. I had to reset everything. I do apologize. Are you ready for Leaving Bullshit Land tonight? I am. Yeah, so we got less than 15 minutes now. And by the way, I should show how you can see. It's under Real Stories, by the way, if you want to. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome then. Because I know that was in the UK first. Yeah. I bashed Leaving Neverland back when that was on HBO. It's a mess. I figured it was a mess because I'm going to bash the shit out of it. I'm going to bash the shit out of it. That's going to be awesome. Ever heard of Mystery Science Theater 3000? It's going to be like that. Yeah, if you like Mystery Science Theater 3000, you're probably going to like this. Time to bash the shit right out of it. Come on. With Verizon, when you bundle mobile and home internet, I got an ad. I was going to play the theme song to Mystery Science Theater 3000. Here it goes. Well, I better not. Or at least keep it low. Yeah, it's going to be Mystery Science Theater 3000. I'm going to bash the shit out of it. Purse. This universe. The worst you can find. Watch them all and under his mind. You've heard of Mystery Science Theater 3000. That's what I'm going to be doing. It's going to be like that. To help with his robot friends. Roll call. I wonder if Fraser Fest is going to do a video on that too. You just relax. Free science. There we go. Mystery Science Theater 3000. Yeah. Tonight's picture is Leaving Neverland 2, Surviving Michael Jackson. Or I like to call it Leaving Bullshit Land 2, Surviving Wade Robson and James Safechuck. Oh, I might bring that in the near back in the near future. Right now it's Tuesday, so it wouldn't be on Monday, of course. I'm doing this on a Tuesday. You want to see my vinyl of Michael Jackson while we wait? Oh, please know, anybody that's been listening to Money, if you've been listening to Money, I'm proud of you. If you have not, please. Unfortunately, this is the re-release from the 2010s, 2015, I think this was. Yeah, 2015. So it's not going to be the original version. And of course, I got the picture disc of Thriller, the original release of Thriller. And I got two off the wall copies. One's the original, one's not. This one's the re-release. I love Off the Wall, so I had to get two copies. Wanted to get the original, and this is the original. I was able to find the original with the two tracks that were kind of improved on, being the originals instead of the ones that were kind of retweaked a little. And thank you very much, Siron. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we should be getting closer. It's 7 minutes left. It says 6 on here, but I assume it's different. I got all of his CDs though. I got every single album on CD though. I don't have every single vinyl, but of course, eventually that will pick up and I'll get more. I just have it because I still need to get Thriller 40. That's the only CD release that I don't have. But I haven't been hardly getting any because the estate, they haven't been releasing nothing. No, I'm proud of them that they're trying to go after Wade and James for all the crap. But of course, they don't really care about releasing stuff from the Michael Jackson vault. And plus, History Past, Present, Future Book 1 has never been re-released on vinyl. It's in original form. And that goes for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And that's pretty sad that the estate has done nothing. I like History Past, Present, and Future Book 1. It's a really underrated album. I just wish it was in its original form on vinyl. But thanks to the estate, who hasn't done anything, that goes for hundreds and hundreds of dollars nowadays. The estate doesn't give a crap, and they don't. They really don't. There's someday going to sell off the remaining catalog, and the kids are not going to have anything. I hope not, but that's what I'm feeling because they sold half the sticking catalog to Sony. I hate it, and I really do. I hated that decision. And I still got to talk about it too. I can't believe the estate has made quite a bit of bad decisions. I will say I liked quite a bit of the stuff that they used to release. They did release in the 2010s. They released Immortal. I think it was Immortal, and that was a different sort of remix album. I thought that was pretty cool. They released Bad 25. I didn't mind Scream at all. I thought the compilation was well put together. And Escape's deluxe edition was awesome. If you bought the CD, I was disappointed that they didn't release the deluxe edition on vinyl. Instead, they ended up putting the Escape album on just a one LP edition, and it had none of the original demos. And I was pretty disappointed about that. Now, of course, they got rid of the 3 tracks from the Michael album. Of course, they had to because of the lawsuit. But the thing about it, besides Thriller 40, there's been nothing else. And I still got to get Thriller 40. I'm going to get it for the demos, not for the album. Because I already got the Thriller album. I got quite a bit of releases, actually. And when it comes to Bad, Michael Jackson's Bad, I have every single CD release of Michael Jackson's Bad from the United States. Every single US release I have on CD of Bad. Every single one. Because the research that I'm going to be doing for this channel, I'm going to be doing that pretty soon because I wanted to respond to Michael Framer's video because, well, I did kind of respond to Michael Framer's video, but I want to re-respond to that video because there's more to talk about when it comes to Bad. Oh, that's fine. That's your opinion. I thought the album was fine as it is, honestly. And by the way, these are new glasses. I actually got these this particular year, and I'm pretty happy with them. The lenses are better. I can see much more better, even though I can't see up close. I can at least see farther away than I could with my older glasses. My older glasses, the lens were not good. They did have the transitions, but uh, the problem with transitions is when you go inside, it's still like dark and whatever. Not still feels like sunglasses, and that's the only thing I didn't like about transitions. These don't have the transitions, and they're kind of much better when you're traveling and going to places and whatever not if you're walking and whatever not. And I've been listening to Money, by the way. And we're actually getting close. We're actually getting close to it. I wonder if Razorfist is going to do a video on this. Whew. Premiere will begin shortly. It's 1 minute left. 1 minute. One. But there'll probably be like a timer. I don't know if it's going to be like a 2-minute timer or 1 minute timer. For my premieres, I usually like put a minute. That's what I like to do. Oh, and I do like the demo. I did like the demo tracks to Bad 25. My top 5 favorites were, of course, Streetwalker and Fly Away. Uh, uh, I'm So Blue, Free, and Al Capone. Those are my top 5 Bad 25 songs of the demos. Not the album, of course. I just the ones that are on the second disc. We're getting close. I wonder if Razorfist is going to bash the shit out of this too. It's going to be time. And I'll probably turn it down so that way I don't get a copyright strike or anything like that. I don't know. Oh, never mind. I probably got. Oh, it's going to be like ads and whatever not. Hopefully, there's no pre roll ads. I'll be pissed off if there's pre roll ads. Or not pre roll ads. Ads during the sticking program. What Dan needs to do is to have sticking real victims like Drake Bell. Okay, they're gonna do like a 2-minute timer. Okay, so this is gonna be 2 minutes. So it'll be at 8:02 instead. So they're doing it like 2 minutes. I usually do it like one, and that makes it faster when it comes to premieres. This is just a premiere of Leaving Neverland 2. Yeah, it's about to start, everybody. It's time to it's gonna be time to bash the shit out of Leaving Neverland 2. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Yeah, we're getting close. We are getting close. Oh, it's the same one I usually do, like the dramatic one. I usually do the dramatic one for my videos. I didn't do it yesterday. I did a video yesterday, by the way. We are getting closer. It's gonna be time to hate on Dan Reed's train wreck. I'm gonna love it. Because honestly, Dan Reed has no balls. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is what that gets. And I'm pointing to the fucking screen here. All right, here we go.
I remember thinking, okay, this is going to be this small little film.
And it was trash.
To tell my story. He was one of the kindest, most loving, caring people I knew.
Yeah, and you wanted to take his money.
And he also sexually abused me.
Oh, they're showing a clip of Leaving Neverland. Leaving Neverland's a joke, and it always has been. Wade and James. Two chodes that wanted the money.
Scope of what happened was like, the thing I was most afraid of.
Yeah, rabies.
He would want me to suck on his nipples, and then he would finish himself.
Where's the proof, James Safechuck? They're showing more Leaving Neverland.
Okay.
Leaving Neverland, the new potentially damaging documentary about music legend Michael Jackson.
And it did nothing.
Demonstrators and possible threats.
Wade, Robson, and James Safechuck claim Jackson abused them for years when they were young.
Safecock is I'd like to call him.
With all of these strangers watching some of the most intimate details of my life.
Oh, and we loved it. We loved it. We loved it so much. We loved it so much. We were in the limelight for the very first time.
Who were savaged by a pedophile, or worse, there was a massive
Gary Glitter
money behind Mr. Jackson who allowed this to occur.
Allowed this to occur. Something that doesn't even exist.
Pursuing this was the act of fighting back.
And losing. Because you wanted the money so much.
It's always been about money. They could tell each other that, and they might even believe it.
Sorry about the connection.
Everybody knows what he was.
Everybody knew, except you never went to Neverland Ranch.
And hear this case. That's their fear. All of my interactions with him were organized by people who worked for him and worked with him.
Yeah, and you wanted to portray him.
That's not negligent.
They could have supervised.
And he's right.
Jackson was with these kids.
It's not negligence because the abuse never existed.
A reasonable person would have done in order to protect these kids. And as a result, the kids were damaged.
Yeah, damaged with sticking money in their sticking heads.
Hiding.
And then saw Evan Chandler do what he did.
I want my day in court.
Yeah, and you're going to have your day in court, and you're going to lose another time. and again and again and again until you stop. You don't get money off of somebody that never abused you. And you like to say that the abuse happened. Oh, look, Star Wars. That's the set of Star Wars. Look at that.
One of the early things that started coming up for me was,
Where is Luke Skywalker when you need him?
what do I do with this now?
The way you do with this right now is, oh, you're gonna go pee in that fire or pee on that fire. That'd be good.
Michael items, personal items, memorabilia items.
Yeah, and that's not. Yeah, and you personally bought them on your own. That might have been your stuff, but now it's gone.
Talking to Michael.
I don't give a crap.
Spirit.
And that didn't happen in 2012,
Like
stupid.
somehow I'm gonna turn your wrong into a right.
Yeah,
You know that the things you're going
and turning the right back into a wrong. Going Evan Chandler.
a lot of headlines.
Being influenced by Evan Chandler.
Why didn't you go to the lawyers and do this quietly?
20 years later,
To settle make some kind of a deal.
after Evan Chandler did it.
I've lived in silence and denial for 22 years, and I can't spend another moment in that. In order to
Yeah, and you probably got that from
I
Michael
have to speak my truth.
Chicken
I have to
Shaken.
speak the whole truth. You'll never see for me. I'm never going to go away with this for the sake
Yeah,
of
because you
money.
want you want
That's not going to happen.
yeah, because the money you wanted to have.
That was a big decision.
Evan Chandler was your
Whether or
influence.
not to join the lawsuit.
And James Safechuck decided, I want to be like Evan Chandler too.
I was totally disconnected from myself in the past as little James. Did you blame yourself for the abuse?
Yeah, when you don't have anything. You have
I
nothing.
wanted to fight.
No
little James.
no evidence.
I wanted to fight for him.
And you're just saying word of mouth.
I
Abuse
just
that never
wanted to
happened.
connect with little James and, imagining telling him that it's okay.
Oh, James Safechuck wants to go time travel now. He wants to go back to his child self.
Myself as a child, so I don't even know what he would say to me.
Oh, crocodile tears. Thank you very much, James. The crocodile tears has come. I know that's a fake cry. Crocodile tears.
We were brought in because we specialize
Did Paul Hogan
in
did that for you?
investigation. The only thing we rely on is whether we believe the victim, whether we believe him,
And Vince Finaldi
and we find out a way to help him.
has no idea that Wade and James are conning people.
Molested Wade and James.
Oh, and John Manley, too.
That's not the case.
Another person that's getting
Michael
tricked.
Jackson is deceased. Just because someone has passed away does not mean you cannot bring a lawsuit. So,
Problem is, he didn't have a criminal record, stupid.
and MJJ Ventures Inc., which are just loan out corporations created for the
Wow, this is so sticking laughable.
liability. Well,
The lawyers are talking.
a lot of responsibility for this, like every other pedophile case I've ever encountered.
Yeah, Gary Glitter.
Don't operate in a vacuum, especially successful ones. What we have to
I
do
wanna-
is
I want Michael Jackson to be like Gary Glitter. So I'm fighting for Wade and James.
was aware of it.
I want
People
them
there were aware of it,
to
and
get the appreciation.
from how I met Michael in the first place to how we met again, and then once we became friends, all of my interactions with him organized by people who worked for him and worked with him.
Yeah, and that was when he was alive.
There were
You wanted to work with him when he was alive.
bodyguards that worked for Michael
Yeah, and they had proof that none of the abuse ever happened.
when abuse was going on, whether that was at Neverland or in trailers at a recording studio. Always people around that worked for him.
So far, this is the most laughable program I've ever seen Dan Reed do.
Going on. And nobody in the organization seemed did anything about it.
See, Wade and James wanted to create the narrative that Michael Jackson did all these things and that his fame was the reason why he
Hard
did
to
it.
imagine being okay with the constant cycle of kids coming in and out.
Yeah, and I wanted to be part of those kids. I didn't want to be around Michael Jackson.
I believe that any normal person seeing the things that were going on with Michael Jackson and between him and the kids would have suspicions very early on as to what he was doing.
Yeah, just having fun. That's all that he was doing. That's why he opened Neverland Ranch.
He usually had one who was his special friend.
Oh, they're going to show Jordan now.
Call him a special friend, a little friend.
Problem is...
In a way,
Oh, and Gavin. Yay! And you know what happened? Their parents decided they want money. So we had to accuse Michael Jackson of all this because he was a big celebrity.
The very first one we know of involves a young girl who was actually a tomboy. And my understanding, she was sexually abused by Mr. Jackson in the mid-1980s.
Yeah. Yeah, except she never went to the police. Yay. Yay.
Involving Michael Jackson's housekeeper's son.
Oh, they're going to talk about Jason now. Another person that got duped.
Michael Jackson, and that a lot of times during the fondling acts.
Oh, so now they're going to get people to... That's what Dan Reed's doing. This is not going to do anything. Give me a break.
He brought a claim, and that claim was settled, and he was paid out.
Oh, man. Oh, I'm paying them out, and I'm going to take the money, and I'm going to.
Mr. Chandler asked Michael, "Are you fucking my son in the ass?" And Michael said, "Oh, I would never use that word."
Oh, Evan Chandler would. Evan Chandler would say those words. He said, "Are you fucking my son in the ass? Are you doing that?" That's Evan Chandler. That'd be Evan Chandler what he would say. Because I don't want Michael Jackson to sell one more fucking record. And I don't want him to do any of this.
There were incidents of overpopulation. Michael orally copulated Jordan, and Jordan used the term when he ejaculated that it's called duck butter. Jordan also described that Michael ate this.
Except Jordan Chandler never made that statement. You just got it from somebody. You probably did it yourself. Yeah. I'm Jordan. I did it with I wanted to have fun with Michael Jackson, so I wanted to have sex. Give me a break.
These statements about me are totally false.
Yeah, and it's been totally false ever since.
To view and photograph my body, including my penis.
Yeah.
My buttocks,
see, this is the
my
thing.
torso.
Yeah, I believe you, Michael.
But they wanted to, after the warrant was served for Michael's body.
This is obviously this is obviously what Evan Chandler said. And that's how she got it.
Thank you very much.
And I know this.
We will see this through to the very end.
She doesn't know about child abuse. Give me a break.
There was a civil suit that was going along.
Oh, Ron Zonin. Wow. Oh, my sticking God.
$20 million or more. And that was
Oh, they're talking about. I'm telling my son, I want this money. You better not do anything. You're not an actual abused. You're not actually an abused child. We're just hiding it because we want Michael Jackson's money. Please don't get involved. Don't say anything.
The guy walked, and now there's going to be other victims. Probably a multitude of victims. He's not going to stop.
He's not going to stop. Pedophiles don't stop. That's what happened with Gary Glitter and Jarrett Fogel.
What's going on tonight? An arrest warrant for Mr. Jackson has been issued.
This is so.
Child molestation.
The young boy
Leaving Neverland 2 is fucking stupid. It really is. They're going back to holy cow, man. This is brutal. This is brutally bad. Talking about fake stories about Jordan Chandler and Gavin Arvizo. Why did they do this to us?
I definitely had a real fear of what he said about if anyone ever found out that he and I would go to
Oh, now they're showing a clip of leaving Neverland again. Leaving bullshit land.
So at some point, I worked up the courage to tell Michael that I don't want to testify.
More stories with Wade again. From Leaving Neverland. Especially when he made up the false story that he had bloody underwear. Yeah, I heard that one. Yeah, you've been in so many.
That's why he was the first witness for the defense. Michael never touch you, anything sexual? No.
Oh, I knew that. I knew that, Cyron. He was never asked.
Choreographer Wade Robson acknowledged sharing a bed with the singer many times when he was a child.
Did Mr. Jackson ever molest you at any time? The defense lawyer asked.
And by the way, when it came to the trial, he was telling the truth. He was telling the truth at the trial. Wade was. That's easy. And then all of a sudden, he decided, I'm coming out because I didn't get the part. I wanted to be in this Michael Jackson project and didn't give it to me. So I'm mad at Michael Jackson now. And I saw that Evan Chandler did this. If I become like Evan Chandler, I can get tons of money. That's Wade in a nutshell.
We, the jury, in the above entitled case, find the defendant not guilty of a lewd act upon a minor child.
Congratulations, Michael! Yay! You did it! Yeah, you were the real victim, Michael. Not Wade and James. They're a joke.
I'm okay. I'm fine. It'd be a big deal to everyone else, but it's not a big deal to me. So it's not.
Yes, it is. It's a big deal to you.
A child sexual abuse victim is not going to come forward and say what happened until they're ready. Are you that stupid? Drake Bell, it didn't take Drake Bell that long that Wade and James did. This guy is an idiot. It didn't take Drake Bell
a lot of time. It didn't take Drake Bell years or even decades to accuse his abuser.
Mr. Jackson couldn't have done what he did without help of employees, help of colleagues.
So I can tell you these lawyers are biased.
If somebody reported it,
They don't know how a real victim works. They really don't.
Did anything except let him do it. This is about getting at the truth and making sure this never happens to another little boy.
It never happened in the first place. It happened to Drake Bell. It happened to the kids that were near Jarrett Vogel, and there were also kids around Gary Glitter, and it happened to them too. It's too late. It's too late. No. No. I actually lost because I'm so surprised. I'm really so surprised that this happened. I'm so surprised that this got thrown out. I wanted the money. Come on. Started drinking more, and I got drunk, and I got arrested. And then I ended up going to prison. And then I lost to Michael Jackson's estate. And then I realized, oh, thanks to Gavin Newsom, I can keep suing Michael Jackson estate and try to get his money.
So it never occurred to me that 7 years later we'd still be prior to the beginning of anything.
It's never ending. It's never ending until it ends.
Yeah, and it's going to end for you. Not with money.
We've got to fight it. We've got to continue fighting until they say you can't fight anymore, because that's what we're hired to do.
Yeah, and you're not going to be able to fight anymore. Stupid head. You're not going to be... Oh, they're going to talk about leaving bullshit land. They're going to talk about that. And it won an Emmy. Yay! There were people against you? I thought you were real victims. I thought that nobody's going to be against you. I thought you were going to be going to have this in the bag. Oh, the rings. Oh, I'm going to show these rings, even though I don't have a bill of sale to prove Michael Jackson gave me these rings.
It's just a really crazy feeling to be seeing the footage. Here I am sitting in the movie theater with all these strangers.
Oh, and I saw it in the movie theater, and it was awesome. Oh, and it won an Emmy. Yay!
On the other side of the world, Michael chose me.
Oh, and it secretly won a Razzie. Even though it didn't, I just made that up. That
readying myself
because it.
to be attacked.
Dan Reed knows real victims, and he knows how to tell tales.
Here I was.
Not realizing that the only good thing about leaving Neverland was the archival footage being the correct aspect ratio. And that was it. Oh, we can talk about word of mouth and have word of mouth be evidence. Oh, we got to have Oprah Winfrey to do After Neverland. that will encourage new victims and get them to tell their stories and help support the Me Too movement.
217 episodes on sexual abuse. You were able to illustrate in these 4 hours.
Except the only real victims were in the audience, and Wayne and James are the odd people out that were actually abused. Oh, we love it. We love it so much.
She got what I and James had been through.
And Wade and Jane,
The point was no longer.
I don't think they could. I think it was hard for them to answer these questions too. Oh, I was never actually abused, but I gotta think of something. I gotta think what will encourage these people that I got abused, and I'm gonna do that.
That was the way it was. She said, "We're all gonna get it." I respected her knowingness of what kind of backlash she was gonna come up against.
So when all the fans and the estate and all the anger, you guys don't
This
get
is
it.
just silly.
You guys don't get it. I don't get it.
It's freaking terrifying.
This is just like,
The whole world.
yeah, we're going to make Leaving Neverland 2 like the first one.
Can be extremely.
And hopefully it can get lots and lots of Emmys.
I don't believe these motherfuckers. I do that.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Dave Chappelle. Thank you.
Many just refuse to watch and again question the credibility.
Well, there are people that watch, and unfortunately they got bored, just like I did. 4 hours of just word of mouth. And the only good thing about it was the archival footage was in the correct aspect ratio. Wade talks about bloody underwear, and he tosses it out.
Why do you think they're coming forward now? You think it's all about money?
It's all about money. It's always been about money. This is all about greed and money.
It's always about the money.
And I love it.
It's always about the money.
That's what Wade and James are saying. I love it. I love it. It's about greed and all that. And it's about the money. I love it. That's what Wade and James are doing.
I believe Michael Jackson is innocent. I do. I followed the evidence. There is no evidence. Then you got Oprah who comes in and is like, "Hells yeah, sign me up. I'm a snake who will turn on anybody." Suddenly you're all like,
Are you prepared for that?
Yes, I'm prepared for that, because the thing about it is we're not real victims.
There's a lot of I have notes just because I don't want to mess up some of the stuff. I have it all here. We can go through it together.
I decided to bring Andy in this stinking thing, the one that
My history of covering things and just my belief that we're all innocent for proven guilty really pushed me to want to challenge.
Let's bring back Evan Chandler from the dead.
God, it's horrific. You have to listen to what they're saying. But they've changed this case so many damn times to talk about the was it the handle of the. Hold on, let me get this right.
Oh, I had to drop the script now. Oh, let's read that again. Oh, I forgot my script. I'm going to read that again. Let's talk about it again.
You waited this long, and now you're going after the state saying they're the biggest pedophile ring in the world. Michael Jackson had 22,000 kids at Neverland every year.
22,000 kids. That is a good point. That is a good point. 22,000 kids. That is good. And he's right. The thing about it is, he had 22,000 kids. How is Michael Jackson going to be a pedophile with 22,000 kids? Andy made a good point. Andy made a good point.
had a documentary done in complete secrecy because they didn't want any other narrative. You had accusations from two men who had a financial interest in the outcome, and from two men who had previously testified under perjury exactly the opposite of what they said in the documentary. Now, on top of that, the fans and press overseas in England and even in Moscow have begun to point out numerous
John Blanca,
inconsistencies
one of the worst people in charge of the Michael Jackson estate, says this. Says, we hid the fact that there were actually a few more accusers. So we're not going to be a part of Leaving Neverland 2. And that's sarcasm, by the way.
We came into the game. We don't believe what we heard.
But Andy made a point. 22,000 kids.
You know, the way his mannerisms and the way he was talking and things like that.
And I'll be talking about the 22,000 kids when we get to it.
But then, I don't know if
that'll be at the end of this.
It wasn't aired as far as there were no like real specific details. You know, it was more generalization. You know, correct.
I don't know who this guy is.
The touching of the penis and you know all that stuff.
But, I had my penis touched.
No, not to me. No. Well, I know that they spend time and they may.
No, I'm sorry I said that, but the thing about it is, I'm just commentating on the. So if you hear me say this and what I'm not, it's just part of the program that I'm watching. This is not for kids, by the way.
It's unfortunate that there are a number.
I'm actually a guy that got abused by Michael Jackson, and I needed to talk about it.
But the optics weren't great, especially after.
I'm Tara, and I got abused by Michael Jackson.
That said in an interview or two that he was a little rebel. The more people would tell him not to do something, the more he'd be like, I'm going to do it anyway. It's possible that it could have been innocent, and it just could have been, you know, he could have thought of them like either one of his children or like a brother. Quite frankly, and I'm revealing my bias.
Michael Jackson's kids could have been sexually molested too. The way she sounds.
Just like, please let this not be true.
I was a huge fan, completely huge fan of Michael Jackson. You couldn't be a fan. It was like something was wrong with you if you didn't dig Michael Jackson. Leaving Neverland really made me go.
Is this C. White? Is this the guy that Roxanne had in his in her live stream? I was abused by Michael Jackson.
Completely credible. What Oprah did was heroic in my eyes, because she gave them an opportunity to speak, and she supported
Oprah allowed Wade and James to speak, and I'm Z. White, and I believe all the accusations.
Two things can be true. So yeah, I completely believe both of them.
I completely believe both of them, even though I'm being tricked.
The entire world. Everyone's against you. You know, everyone loves this person.
Back to their lawyers.
He didn't have a childhood. You know, that whole story. And he's beloved. And he was such a great person because he's got these photo ops where he's helping cancer patients or something. And that's what he did every day.
Yeah, but you want to believe he's a pedophile and put Neverland Ranch as a pedophile ring. Even though he had 22,000 kids.
They're incredibly manipulative. And that's why they're able to do this for so long. For decades sometimes. Right in front of the public's eye.
New tonight, Governor Gavin Newsom signed a new law giving child sexual assault victims more time to file lawsuits. The goal is to make it easier for victims to have justice.
kind of as
Oh, and Gavin Newsom signs the bill.
everything that happened with Me Too
Oh.
movement, it was just
And
a
Wade
major
and James said, "Oh,
shift.
awesome."
Abuse, sexual assault.
Now they're showing Harvey Weinstein.
But,
Fuck Harvey Weinstein.
organizations ended up changing. You know, divine timing as we were sort of on appeal. So that played a big role in us being able to head back towards court.
The Court of Appeal reversed the trial court decision. We won.
We won because we
Yet another judge.
are now thinking that Michael Jackson did this, and he's the puppet master, and his estate are the puppets.
Let's be clear. They're not sending a message.
Give me a break.
They're sending a message
That's
to
what
all
the
other people
judges
out
said.
there to shut the fuck up. That's
Yeah, and that's a good idea, John. Why don't you shut the fuck up?
And here we need to reset Mr. White's New York demeanor. Is that correct? There's not here yet.
Yeah.
Just one moment.
Yeah, and by the way, the next chapter in this, it's going to be called Leaving Bullshit Land 3D. Game over.
Tomorrow we're going to the courthouse, and they're going to rule on a few points in my case. And just been getting mentally ready to go down there and preparing for the worst, I think.
Oh, I'm going to prepare for the worst.
So, been a little depressed today.
Oh, I'm
I have been
pressed
for-
today.
Yeah, it seems like many times. So it's draining to go through this over and over again. So here's another step.
Another step. Another day. Another time. We become time travelers.
I didn't sleep
We're
last
saying
night.
that we got
I
abused.
slept like 1 hour. My nerves are kind of shot.
So this is the defendants, MJJ Ventures and MJJ Productions demur.
A demur is, I describe it as a legal so what. Essentially, the argument is, even if you assume everything in the allegations of the complaint are true, that he molested him, that they knew, all that stuff, so what? We still can't proceed because of the law.
Oh, awesome. We can't proceed because of the law, but we're going to try, and we're going to make sure that Wade and James get their money. Yay.
What they're alleging is that Michael Jackson was a pedophile, that he was an evil, criminally deviant person. Those are the allegations in the complaint. That's not negligent. I don't see how you can say a company that is created by Michael Jackson for the purpose of managing Michael Jackson's business affairs has any sort of.
Oh, and by the way, I just put something on
not fire Michael
on
Jackson.
So I've read the
On X.
ruling or the court's analysis.
and I wrote it
I think
down.
There's just a fundamental disagreement between the parties and plaintiff and the court's analysis. So why?
Yeah, we're never going to change anything about Wade and James. We're still going to keep this narrative so that way they can have a happy ending.
The facts, the relevant facts, the important facts have been pled. They're in the complaint. We've been arguing these issues for years, and we just have a difference of opinion. We're probably never going to agree on it.
Yeah, and I wrote
This corporation
on X until 22,000 kids accuse Michael Jackson. I'm never going to believe the accusations. Michael Jackson's innocent.
It doesn't matter if it's owned by a famous musician.
I'm not going to rule on this today. I mean, I need to take the time.
Oh, and the thing about it is,
And I'll obviously,
you are suing a dead person.
All right.
And the only people that are alive are his estate.
The court will have
This
to-
is not Michael Jackson. This is the estate. But you don't get it, Wade and James.
There's nothing you can do about it.
There's nothing you can do about it. Wade and got dismissed. Ooh.
Having been in it for so many years.
Oh, I'm the judge. You're not real victims. Dismissed.
I'm looking forward to just letting you go. I just want to forget.
I just want to forget.
This is not only about this one case. As we see, there's all kinds of abuse that's happened in the entertainment industry. And the laws that are being created by the legislature, by the appellate courts, and the Supreme Courts is going to shape the ways that these kids who are being victimized now, they can hold their abusers accountable.
Yeah, even if they don't have a criminal conviction.
But for kids all across this state, and that's our goal.
All across the state. Even if they are adults, they can sue.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jonathan Scientific, fellow Whiteman for the defendant.
Good morning, the court has concluded that despite the evidence that's being submitted of the, if true, horrible acts that were committed against your client and Mr. Safechuck, the court has concluded that as a matter of law, the corporate entities, based upon their structure and control or lack of control over Michael Jackson, made it impossible for the court to even find a issue of fact as to where this case should proceed to trial.
We have read the tentative ruling, and if allowed to stand, this decision would set a dangerous precedent that would leave thousands of children vulnerable to sexual abuse by persons in places of power within corporations conducting business within the state of California.
And the only thing I'll say in response to Mr. Finaldi is this court's decision doesn't open the door to endangering thousands of children. This is a very unique factual situation where the alleged perpetrator of the sexual abuse passed away.
I understand the issues well, Your Honor. I've practiced in this area for 18 years, my entire career, and I completely disagree.
Oh, I can't believe that they changed the review. Oh my God. Oh, you're going to go to bed. Oh, you're fine.
Thank you. Court will be in recess.
Yeah, they gave it 3 stars. That's all that they gave it was 3 stars, The Guardian.
Completely contorted in order to come to this decision, which was
It's time to come to a decision.
despite long from over.
Well, while I'm watching this, I'm also checking this out. Anybody that comes, I'm doing a commentary on Leaving Neverland 2.
Just because you're the sole owner of a corporation doesn't mean that you can set up the corporation in a manner that allows you to sexually abuse kids throughout this state and throughout the country.
We can't have Michael Jackson sexually abusing kids. Even though we don't have no evidence against them, we're going to fight. All right, so it's not a very long. So we're getting closer and closer to being done. Woo! About time. So it's only like 60 minutes. Thank God. That's all that there is.
The last time that it got thrown out.
All right. I already know about the case, but I'm going to pick on it because the thing about it is the judges don't know real victims, and they don't. They really don't.
So companies cannot hold any responsibility. The trial court judge agreed with that.
The trial court
threw it out of court based upon that.
Threw it out of
Now
court
we're at a
based
point
off of that
we've received a tentative ruling that from the appeals
ruling.
that it's going to get another chance.
It's going to get another chance.
My colleagues today
Yeah.
are Justice
And we have
Elizabeth
corrupted.
Ryan, Justice John Shepherd
We are
Wiley
going to corrupt the judges to make people think that Michael Jackson's the puppet master and the estate are his puppets.
A tentative opinion is
Because Wiley
so it's not
is
final,
is
but
got to
it's
be told about this.
The 3 justices are on top, and then there's myself and the attorney.
Justice John Wiley. who doesn't
Mr.
know
Mayor,
anything.
you wish to reserve any time for rebuttal?
Your Honors, yes.
Trust me, when this goes to court, this is gonna go nowhere.
Very good. I was hoping you'd say that. So, Mr. Stein's appear?
Correct.
I'm kind of surprised that it got live streamed.
Saying that any person who, might suspect that they're prone to criminal activity has a duty not to hire themselves?
No, we did not.
Oh, we're
say
gonna
that,
portray
and
Michael
we
as
haven't
this
meant to say that, and
pedophile,
follow the logic.
I don't follow the logic either.
even though there's no evidence against him.
28 of the tentative, with all
I
due
knew it and read it, and I did not say that.
Well, then how? Then I don't understand how.
Yeah, and
hiring,
yeah, he's laughing his butt off.
Not to hire himself.
No, I'm not. Would you like to move on?
Wade's
Well,
and James's lawyer is laughing his butt off.
I will say that Judge Beckhoff and Judge Young both grappled with this issue, analyzed it, and we got a half a page of analysis in this law.
Well, actually, I do have a
And
question.
he's smiling some more.
So can you hear me? It seems to me that these corporations were in an excellent position efficiently to take measures to avoid
I'm John Wiley. I'm corrupt.
alleged injuries.
I work with Thomas Snedden Jr. I'm going to agree with Wade and James because Michael was the puppet master and the estate are the puppets.
No, they were not in any such position to do that.
They could have done. They could have done that, though, right?
No, they could not have done that, Justice Wiley.
Why is that?
Because they had one shareholder named Michael Jackson. And
Oh, and I like to smile. I'm getting a chuckle out of this because John Wiley worked with Thomas Snedden Jr. and I love it.
So you're saying that the corporation couldn't have established an accident prevention rule because its shareholder was the very problem?
The shareholder was the problem.
Again, you're overlooking the fact, Justice Wiley, that this was all in Michael Jackson's homes, as Judge Young and Judge Beckhoff said. So you're saying
Oh, and I'm laughing my butt off because I helped John Wiley make this decision before this even happened.
One measure might be you're not allowed to take a child home.
And then what? So let's talk about what would happen. So then they would fire Michael Jackson, okay? And Michael Jackson would still be Michael Jackson, and he would still be able to do what he wants. But the common law is that an Olympic trained swimmer can walk past.
Holy cow. This is laughably bad. I just wanted to laugh, let you know.
That's a very harsh rule, but it is the rule.
The Jackson team don't agree that they had any duty whatsoever to protect
Oh,
kids, and they like.
we got John Wiley to get in our favor, and that's the reason why we won. And I love it. I love it. And I love this live stream. Yay! It's going to go in Wade and James's favor because John Wiley knows Thomas Snedden Jr.
All right, thank you, counsel. This is a very difficult case, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, and this is a very boring case. And there was no evidence. Yeah, I knew that because Wiley knows Thomas Snedden Jr. Because Michael Jackson is the puppet master and the estate are his puppets.
I agree it's perverse. I think it's strong wording.
And I've said that a few times.
Who cares if one person owns it or 100 people in the corporation?
Yeah, because we want his money. We want his money. And that's what it's all about. Give Wade and James what they want. And after that, the estate can sell the Michael Jackson catalog to Sony. It's a brilliant idea.
So powerful.
It was so powerful. We're going to win. We're going to win this case.
And standing up for what happened to us.
We're standing up for Evan Chandler. This is for Evan Chandler.
That's how this ruling felt to me.
This was a great ruling. We can be like Evan Chandler again. I love it. We were able to go forward. And I'd like to thank Dan Reed for producing this for us. Because we're not real victims. We're just playing the system. Because I know that because Michael Jackson's dead, we can go after his money.
You're incredibly difficult, especially when you really care about your
This
clients.
This is about caring.
Generally speaking, I lose one client a year, sometimes two.
Oh, I lose one client a year. And I'm probably going to lose Wayne and James after this case. If they lose,
You extrapolate that out through a 20-year
I
career,
have to
and I
leave.
get to deal with
It's so tragic.
20 to 30 clients that I think about all the time.
20 or 30 clients. I want to have more clients, damn it. This takes a toll on my family. And I just hate it.
I'm going to be retiring out of this line of work.
I'm going to be retiring.
You're going to be in great hands.
So hopefully Wayne and James
Trial
win.
lawyers in Los Angeles.
So that way Evan Chandler can rest.
I only take cases that I...
Because we had another that was like Evan Chandler.
And I'm fully invested and I'm looking forward to this.
And I'm the new lawyer and I'm going to abide by the hopefully we can get Wade and James to win. Tom Mesro says, "No, you don't." Still bagging? Yeah.
They want the trial never to come. It's typical in these types of cases where the plaintiff wants closure. That's our goal, is to get this case done.
That's our goal, to get the case done.
They seek delay, we seek justice.
We see money. We want it. We want the money. We want to destroy Michael Jackson's career and have the estate sell the remaining catalog to Sony. So that way we can have Michael Jackson be like Gary Glitter and Jarrett Vogel.
Duty and obligation and reason to live and exist is the making of money on Michael Jackson.
We don't care if he doesn't have a criminal conviction.
What Michael Jackson did is very inconvenient.
What Michael Jackson did, very inconvenient. And he's not a real pedophile, but we're doing it anyway.
For sure. I know so much more than I can tell you.
There's so much more.
What Michael Jackson did.
Michael Jackson did this.
Part of me
in fantasy.
Kind of building up this strength and this shield to go through it.
I'm building up my strength. I'm James Safechuck, and I'm going to win. I'm going to win this case. I'm fighting to get the money. I'm fighting for a way to get his money.
Whatever's the final outcome, I don't really see.
Whatever is the final outcome, I'm going to be very happy once I get the money.
Like I wasn't able to for decades.
Because Evan Chandler is my influence. And I want it. It's time to shoot. It's time to shoot hoops. Yeah. I'm Wade Robson. I'm going to win this game. I'm going to win it. And yay, it's over. Yay! And that's how I feel about it. Just wanted to show you guys. Yeah, fuck Leaving Neverland 2. All right. And Dan Reed, of course. Yeah, and guess what? It was as bad. That is it. Holy cow. Whew! I'm glad it was only about 60 minutes. It was like about 50, maybe 55 minutes. Holy cow. I'm going to shut that off. Holy cow, guys. What did you think of Leaving Neverland 2? Like I did. It was a complete joke, just like the first one, except it had no talking of abuse whatsoever. It was just progress of Wade and James, essentially. They did talk about Jordan and Gavin, but that was it. And they say, I got abused, whatever not. Michael Jackson did this. Let me know how you feel about Leaving Neverland 2, and I bet you'll be able to see a replay on YouTube. Whew. That was awful. That was even worse than Leaving Neverland. Oh, that was so laughably bad. 22,000 kids. And the problem is there's only a few that ever accused Michael Jackson. And there's not going to be ever 22,000 kids that are going to come forward and accuse Michael Jackson. That's not possible. This is why I don't believe anything that the media says about Michael Jackson. That's why I don't believe the accusations. That's why I don't believe any of the shit that Wade and James say. I really don't. I did not believe that one bit. And trust me, it's going to be game over for Wade and James eventually. Trust me on that. Holy cow. Holy moly. And I even wrote on X saying, until 22,000 kids accuse Michael Jackson, I am not believing anything. Holy crap. And I've even mentioned this on X. Michael Jackson had thousands of kids at Neverland Ranch. How are people going to get abused by him if there were thousands of kids there? There's really no fucking way. Man, oh man. That was so laughably bad, and it really was. That was even worse than Leaving Neverland. See, all that it was just Wayne and James about their case, and that was it. Nothing special. And I'm glad that I saw that one review. Holy crap, man. What a oh, that was laughably bad. Holy cow. What did you think of Leaving Neverland 2? If you watched it yet. Holy moly. Oh, it was laughably bad, guys, and it really was. This is why I don't believe any of the accusations. Because once Michael Jackson died, nothing, and I mean nothing, are you know what I mean. I can't even say it. Once he died, there was no other way to do anything except for sue. And the problem is he didn't have a criminal conviction. See, if Michael Jackson would have had a criminal conviction, Leaving Neverland 2 would have been far more believable. Holy cow. But the thing about it is Michael Jackson never had a criminal conviction. Whew. That was just laughably bad. And it really was. Holy cow, guys. And it's 9 o'clock. But that's all right. I'll talk for a little longer about Leaving Neverland 2. All that it was a little bit about Gavin and Jordan, but I didn't believe any of the abuse stories that were on it. I really didn't. I thought it was all crap. And this person that says that it was a she that knows about abuse and whatever. Nah, that's all crap. And the lawyer said that when a person comes out, it'll be when they're ready. The thing about it is Drake Bell was ready right away, and He fought for justice and won. What did Wade and James do? Sue for money. If they were real victims, they would have gotten Michael Jackson convicted for sure when he was alive. This is why I don't believe any of the accusations today. I really don't. Leaving Lamb 2 was funny. So laughably bad that man, Wade and James, they just don't stop. Hopefully we will survive Wade and James for sure, because they'll be game over the next time they go to court. And the judge will eventually see it with the estate's way. Because the thing about it is, Michael Jackson does not have a criminal record. So how can he be an abuser if he doesn't have a criminal record? It's not possible. It really isn't. And Wade and James did not accuse Michael Jackson at all in his lifetime. Really didn't. And as a result, Michael Jackson's not an abuser. I know about Gary Glitter and Jared Fogle. They're abusers. And they were convicted when they were alive. Michael Jackson was never convicted. And he never took a plea deal. So it's impossible for Michael Jackson to be an abuser. And that's why I don't believe Wade and James at all. Because the thing about it is, Wade and James dug in their grave. Gavin just extended it. Gavin Newsom. And if it wasn't for Gavin Newsom, there would be no case. They got lucky with that bill that Gavin signed. And it was flawed. That's why I will never pick Gavin as president. Because the thing about it is, he dug in his own grave when he signed that bill. And it was flawed. It should have had revisions. It should only be when the person is alive or the person that is dead has a criminal record. If the bill would have been like that, then that would have been a good thing to sign it. But the way that the bill was, it's flawed. And it really is. And Gavin Newsom decided to sign it anyway. How can he be a good president? I really don't think so. And I'll never pick him as president. He dug in his own grave with that. And giving Wade and James a chance. The thing about it is, all of these accusations should have died when Michael Jackson died. All the accusations never should have happened after Michael Jackson died. Because they're all bullshit. All the accusations are bullshit. See, I'm still a fan of Michael Jackson today. See, I'm wearing the shirt because all the accusations are bullshit. And they will always will be bullshit. And Wade and James will never be real victims. They dug in their own grave when they didn't fight to get Michael Jackson behind bars when he was alive. So leaving Neverland 2 is pointless and bullshit and laughably bad. And Dan Reed doesn't know real victims. If there was one on Drake Bell, it'd be much more understandable. So, there you go. By the way, I do have the live chat if you want to talk. Did you see Leaving Neverland 2 like I did? I was making jokes out of it. Trying my best to make the best jokes out of it while I was watching it. And I had a lot of fun with it. Because I wanted this to be more like Mystery Science Theater 3000. Because I knew Leaving Neverland 2 was going to be bad as soon as I saw it. And I'm still laughing over it because it's laughably bad. I wonder Razor Fist actually watched it. And they'll probably do a video on it. I'm just not sure. I'll be checking that out when that comes. But I will say it's laughably bad. And what I'll probably do, I'll probably get a copy of Leaving Neverland 2 so that way I can show a little bit of clips and whatever not and tell my personal feelings, my actual personal feelings. I was just mocking it for the shit fest that it is. I hope Wayne and James do. I hope they get a real job because the thing about it is these accusations are pointless. They want to be like Evan Chandler, and they're failing miserably. And Leaving Neverland 2 was nothing special. It really wasn't. And Leaving Neverland was a joke as well. See, how can they be real victims if they didn't even bother to accuse Michael Jackson when he was alive? So, there you go. I really wish Wade and James would just stop. Just stop. Because the thing about it is, and I heard that they've been getting death threats. I don't do that. But I do find that what they're doing are pointless. What they're doing right now is pointless. Because Michael Jackson does not have a criminal record. So how can he be an abuser if he doesn't have a criminal record? I know Jarrett Fogel and Gary Glitter are abusers because they got convicted. So that's all I really got to say about Wayne James. Fuck Dan Reed. Sorry. He doesn't know what a real victim is. He really doesn't. So, like I said, if you want to talk, I still got the whole thing on. If you don't want to talk, I'll just end the stream, because the thing about it is, I just wanted to extend this stream for you guys, so that way, if you want to talk, and if you want to let me know how you feel about Leaving Neverland 2, if you watched it, just let me know, because I'm here because of Leaving Neverland 2, and I already watched it. I can watch it again if I want to. I will say that it's going to be under Real Stories on YouTube, and I'm going to be able to see it again. People in the UK got to see it first. But I will say it's nothing special, and it really wasn't. It was just much of a joke, just like the first Leaving Neverland. So if you want to talk to me, go right ahead. Well, I wouldn't send any threats to Wade and James, because the thing about it is, it's really no point, because Wade and James, they're just in it for the money, and they really are. They're never going to be considered real victims, because the thing about it is, Michael Jackson never had a criminal record. So how can he be an abuser if he doesn't have a criminal record? If he did have a criminal record, that would have been a lot different. But he didn't. So Wade and James are never going to be considered real victims, even though the people that are conspiracy theorists, like and MJ victims and certain other people, they might think that they're actual victims, Wayne and James, but they're actually not. Because if they would have been, they would have fought like Drake Bell did. No question about it. I know that not all people that are real victims tell their stories and whatever not. But the thing about it is, Wayne and James were 4 years too late. Michael Jackson had already passed away back on June 25th, 2009. And they didn't come out with their accusations until 2013. Michael Jackson had been dead for 4 years. So how can Wade and James be real victims now? That's the thing. And I don't think certain people get it, or the anti-Michael Jackson community gets it. I'm talking about the anti-Michael Jackson community. I don't think they really get it, honestly. Like I said, I'm here, and I know there are 4 people that are watching. If anybody want to talk to me or whatever not, and talk about Leaving Neverland 2, go right ahead. Yeah, and I agree, Agni. Your name is Agni, right? And I totally agree. I don't think this is going to last. I think it's going to be dismissed, because Wade and James do not have that one particular thing that could have gotten them the money, and that is a criminal conviction. Michael Jackson did not have a criminal conviction. And the fact that they waited until Michael Jackson was dead are the 2 reasons why they're going to lose. they would have been real victims if they would have accused Michael Jackson when he was alive and fought to get him behind bars. They didn't. See, I know how real victims are. And people that are real victims and they're not telling their stories because they want to keep it in and whatever, they shouldn't. They should have the courage to fight. Because the thing about it is, if a person is abused, I don't like that. I really don't. And the thing about it is, if a person is abused, they should fight to get their abuser behind bars. And not do like what Wayne and James did by suing the estate after Michael Jackson has been dead for quite a bit of time. See, everything about these accusations is just plain old bogus. And there's tons of conspiracy theorists out there. These anti-Michael Jackson people in the anti-Michael Jackson community are conspiracy theorists. I know there's conspiracy theorists that are that believe Michael Jackson is alive. But the thing about it is, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I know that Michael Jackson's dead, and I know that Michael Jackson did not have real victims because he was never an actual abuser. This is all made up. So there you go. Like I said, anybody wants to ask me a question or whatever, not talk about Leaving Neverland 2, that's the reason why I did this. I did this because of all the bullshit. And by the way, I said something on X, and I said until 22,000 kids accuse Michael Jackson, I'm never going to believe the accusations. I said that while Leaving Neverland 2 was still playing. Oh, Z White? Yeah, I saw him. I assuming that Z White is Z on X. I wonder if Z White is Z on X, because the thing about it is, I've heard of this user named Z on X, and he talks about Michael Jackson being a pedophile and whatever not. But the thing about it is, he's being tricked just like the others. And how many likes did I get for that? So far, four likes. And I even said it. Till 22,000 kids accuse Michael Jackson, I'm never going to believe the accusations. Michael Jackson is innocent. And I even put Leaving Neverland 2 on the dash tag. Because that's where I got it. Was Leaving Neverland 2. 22,000 kids. And the thing about it is, none of them got abused at all. So, and the thing about it is, here's the one thing that people don't realize. Pedophiles do not open theme parks, because if they did, it'd be easy for them to get caught and then eventually get convicted and whatever not. That's why pedophiles don't open theme parks. Michael Jackson did, and there was a reason why for that, because he wasn't a pedophile. And I did, by the way, I did like this stream. I had a lot of fun bashing the shit out of Leaving Neverland 2. Because we need to survive against Wayne and James for sure. I'm not sure. There were quite a bit of people in that. It was quite different from Leaving Neverland, I'll tell you that. I know he did Andy, and I think he did Z White, and I think he did other people. I mocked the Andy thing, because he had like a piece of paper and he put it down and he raised it back up, and I said, oh, I forgot my script. I need to read my script again. I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna pick up the paper, read the script again, put the script back down. I did that during the live stream. Yeah, there was Wade and James, the lawyers, a few other people. This person that I don't believe knows real child sexual abuse at all. I really don't. Yeah, and there was quite a bit. So I wonder if Razor Fist is going to do a video on it. Yeah, and I did watch it, and I did, but I bashed the shit out of it because it's just a laugh fest. It's just laughably bad that I just wanted to mock it, and it was quite fun. Yeah, and there was probably a lot of people that watched Leaving Neverland too. Of course, I did too, just to bash the shit out of it. See, the thing about it is, I know Wade and James for real. I know their real stories. I know that they were with Michael Jackson at times. I know that there were certain projects that Michael Jackson did with Wade and James. I know that Wade was in the black or white video. I know that James Safechuck did things with Michael Jackson. Certain things. All that Michael Jackson was doing was helping their careers. That was it. He wasn't actually abusing them. And hopefully someday people will realize that. See, if the only real thing about Leaving Neverland 2 was the court, the court proceedings. That was really the only thing that was real. Because the thing about it is the court cases did happen. That's the only real thing. Excuse me. Sorry, I hit something. That was the only real thing about Leaving Neverland 2. Rest of the crap. Well, there were certain other things that were real too. I will say that they weren't telling like abuse stories like, and I'm talking about Wade and James. Wade and James weren't telling abuse stories like they did in the first one, but there were clips of their abuse stories in the second one. And of course, I bashed the rings. I said, I don't have a bill of sale. I'm going to just tell you that these rings came from Michael Jackson. I did that too. You see, I was mocking the rings because they were showing the clip of the rings from the first Leaving Neverland. And I got a kick out of that when I started mocking it. Because I talked about that in my Living Neverland videos. I talked about the rings, saying that James Safechuck does not have a bill of sale. He has no additional proof that these rings came from Michael Jackson. He could have gotten them from a pawn shop. And there was no actual proof that Michael Jackson got him those rings. See, that's the reason why I didn't believe that. And I talked about that in my videos. And that was from 2019. Eventually, what I'll do, I will show all the videos again, the links to the videos again, so that way you can watch them for yourself. I did these videos in 2019. I did a review on Leaving Neverland. The first part was, of course, me playing around a little bit, saying that I don't love Michael Jackson anymore. And this was just for fun, because I was really mocking Leaving Neverland because I truly hated it. I did 2 parts of my review of Leaving Neverland, and then of course I followed up with certain other things about Wade and James that are not believable, and I told why didn't Wade and James accuse Michael Jackson before 1993 and so on and so forth. And I did those videos back in 2019. If you have not seen them, they are on my channel.